Hello, I'm Jiro Nagasaki, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Now, we've finished all the side stories, we've gotten almost all of the unlocks, so really the only thing left for us to do is to play the last bonus side story, which is Equals. And for those of you who are new here, my friend Chieko will be reading Sayori's lines, my friend Yukiri will be reading Yuri's lines, my friend Kizana will be reading Monika's lines, and my friend Mitsuki will be reading Natsuki's lines, just cause that makes it more fun for us. Also, I'll be reading the narrator, cause my character is dead now, apparently. Alright, let's go.
Okay, everyone. We're gonna be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking, since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, Chieko and I have already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah! So the plan is this, okay? You and Yukiri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most effective route, so we can get to most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. Right, so basically we get all the food we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Boo! Don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yukiri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature-related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really got a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what. We can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. Well, that's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah! That's too embarrassing. Aw, but you have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Mitsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's the literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Don't be such a keyboard warrior, Chieko. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start! I was the first to join after all. Wouldn't that be me? No, I want to go first! Fine, you can start. I don't mind. Yay! So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself, you know? Like if it's just a poem, then I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Kizana. And she was sleeping! Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh. Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much, I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired, because I remember feeling like Kizana was just so sweet and mature, and that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped give the club a more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yukiri joined, but she was so different from us, and Mitsuki too. I think for Yukiri, it really helped for me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Mitsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I really never thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs, and that makes me really happy, because my friends are just the most important to me, and I really like to say the word really, apparently. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? Mm-hmm. I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people, and I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with, so when Chieko tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Chieko and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who is easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior, and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected, but I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh! You're so cute that I'm gonna throw up! Okay, please don't do that, Chieko. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh. Well, for me, it's actually true, so... What are you saying? Nothing. I finished my part, so somebody else take their turn. My heart! Chieko, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yukiri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off. I was just following up on Chieko. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you got out of this club. I did? Yeah, a regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too! I'm a traitor to the Cupcake Queen. Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like only Kizana will be getting cupcakes next time. No! I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yukiri can. Hey. Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess what it comes down to is that I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. And it was honestly a really painful thing to go through, having to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Mitsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best, and I was right. I guess for me it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, and even when I was being like the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. Mitsuki's voice chokes a little.
We love you, Mitsuki.
I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me and I could never do anything in return.
That's not true. Mitsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me, so there's no need to put yourself down.
Okay. Mitsuki wipes her eyes.
You helped me a lot too! It was so much fun to have you around, and you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that.
I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Kizana can go now.
There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway because it made a big difference for me. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that my way was best for everyone, or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that's the best thing you can do. Or that the best thing that you can do is to help guide people rather than to do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club, realizing what that really means. Chieko, what are you doing? I just thought we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us.
With a piece of chalk in her hand, Chieko writes the word trust on the chalkboard.
This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side.
Suddenly, Yukiri takes the piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding.
I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself.
In that case...
Kizana takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect.
I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it. I have another one!
Chieko writes balance.
Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person.
That reminds me.
Yukiri writes reflection.
I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people, and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me.
That's great. We have a whole list of things now.
Suddenly, everyone turns to look at Mitsuki.
Well, everyone took all the chalk! Don't look at me like that, jeez!
You could have just asked.
Kizana hands her piece of chalk to Mitsuki. Then Mitsuki sighs and writes self-love.
I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet. It feels like things are at least on the right track. So there's my contribution.
Together, everyone stares at the words on the board.
Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is! We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature.
Mitsuki and Yukiri gently nod as well.
Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right! Make sure you send it to me after.
Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us.
Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in.
Okay.
Okay, everyone ready? And click. I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members. Yeah! I have so many happy thoughts right now. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too!
I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again! I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it.
That's okay.
The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to their desks, each equipping themselves with a pen. Mitsuki and Yukiri give each other a quick glance, then start writing immediately. Chieko stretches, then does the same, but Kizana is left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure of where to start.
Just move your hand,
Kizana mouths to herself.
Right the way into your heart.
Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Kizana navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. Okay, pretty pictures. Oh, is this the ending? Okay, like the end credits? Yep, oh. Cute, cute, okay. That last side story was way too short, but I'll get into that in a second. It was just over way too fast. For now, I guess we'll just sit here and enjoy the pretty music and the nice art. I feel like I could skip this if I clicked, but I don't want to because a lot of people worked really hard on this, and I want to give them their credit. Wow, quite a lot of people worked on this. Okay, cool. Do I get the secret pictures now? Because I've been trying forever to unlock all the secrets, and oh, that's precious. Look at them all. You should all kiss. Okay, oh, I got some more music. Cool. I got an achievement, too. Pictures. Please tell me you gave me all the pictures. I got this one, and then, look, they're making cute faces. That's adorable. Okay, now, did I finally get— damn it! There's this one secret poem that I haven't got, but I've gotten every single poem in the game. I know because I looked it up. See, I looked up— these are supposed to be the secret poems, right? I looked up every secret poem in the game. I've already seen them all, including the one not shown here, which is like the broken up Monica. I've seen that one like 3 times, but I can't get this last final secret poem, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just not gonna get all unlocks because I've tried everything. I've gotten every single poem there is, I've gotten every single piece of info in the game, and I still don't have that one, so we're just gonna leave it there, I guess. Unless somebody in the comments wants to tell me what it is, and if it's important to make another video about. But otherwise, I'll just leave it. Anyway, so, to wrap up my feelings on that, I guess, because I'm the one who played the game, even though my friends helped, I didn't like it. I feel bad saying that, but, I really liked the first one. The first one was super fun. I got to have fun and goof around with my friends. It felt like hanging out with them. And it was, like, you know, interesting because it was unique, and there was all this silly stuff going on with how edgy it was and all that, but— and how, like, it was obviously foreshadowing itself. But in this one, it just didn't feel like that. I liked the first few side stories, like, let's see here, Trust, Understanding, and Reflection. Those were good. But when it came to the ones with Natsuki, they kind of crapped out. And I don't mean that as anything bad for Natsuki. I love Natsuki. She's hilarious. She's endearing. But it just felt like they didn't want Natsuki to be here. I mean, she acted completely different. And not in a way that I think that she was out of character, but just that they put her in situations where she wasn't allowed to act like herself because nobody would. And in all of them, it felt like they just kind of steamrolled all the characters' flaws. Like, I liked them, and I thought they were cute and endearing, and they reminded me of my friends because of their flaws, but this one was just like, nah, they all act perfect. They're all perfect people who, after one conversation, all their mistakes are fixed, and they don't have any more of their flaws anymore. Like, Monika's not judgmental anymore, Natsuki's not mean anymore, Yuri's not on her high horse anymore, and none of that felt like them, because their flaws are part of what makes them who they are. So it very quickly felt like everything about them was just being leached out to make them these, like, perfect, upstanding citizens. Everything was way too perfect, everything was way too smooth, way too glitzy. I enjoyed seeing the heartwarming stories, but it didn't feel like they were earned, you know? Because I feel like there are ways to have Natsuki and Yuri have a good conversation without totally erasing everything that makes them who they are. Like Natsuki being a little bratty, and Yuri being a little stuck up. They can still interact despite that. Unlike Monika being a little judgy, and Natsuki being a little bitchy. That's who they are. That's why I liked them. They were funny. They were interesting, but now it's just like they're all just perfect, wonderful people who never make mistakes, and everything was way too smooth, and everything worked out way too well, there was no conflict, and it just felt like it wasn't doing the characters enough justice, which sucks, because that's what I liked about the first one, was hanging out with the different characters. This one felt like it was trying too hard to be perfect. It felt like a therapy session, like I'm in the school counselor's office, and they're telling me all this crap about how friendships should work, and they don't actually work like that at all, because nobody works like that in the real world. That's what it felt like. It was trying to teach me this story of this life lesson of everybody's perfect and everybody should be perfect, and I don't know, I really hated that, because my friends mean a lot to me, and my friends are all different people, and my friends all have flaws, and I'm okay with that. I don't feel like people need to be perfect all the time in order to be your friend. I believe very strongly that you should be understanding of other people, and felt like there was no room for that here, except within the confines of what the game said was okay. Like in Balance, I wasn't on Natsuki's side at all. I thought Sayori was the one we should feel sorry for, but the game was like, no, Sayori's in the wrong, and Natsuki is definitely in the right 100% until the very end, and that was irritating, because I didn't agree. And I feel like when you go and try to do messages like that, where you say this person's right, this person's wrong, this action is right, this action is wrong, you're going to alienate people, because not everybody thinks the same way, and that's okay. I like that my friends have different perspectives. I like that my friends disagree with me on things, and I like that they're not perfect, or not my definition of perfect, because not everybody is going to be perfect, and I really believe in having empathy and sympathy and understanding for other people, even when they're not doing exactly what you want all the time, even if they have a flaw. And I feel like with Natsuki's friends, the whole lesson was don't be understanding, don't give people a chance, unless it's the people in your clique, these certain people right here, in the club. And, because like I said before, Monika and Yuri were big jerks to Natsuki. They did the same thing that her friends did to her, and she's like, no, these people deserve a second chance, those people don't. And it was just weird and hypocritical. And I'm not saying either way was right or wrong, I'm just saying it was teaching the same lesson and then teaching the opposite of that lesson in the same game, which was really weird. Like, pick a lane. Either you should be understanding and give people second chances, or you should cut people out of your life the second they do something wrong. You can't have both. But also, it just felt like I said, all the flaws of all the girls were erased, and it took away half their personalities. Monika's judgmental, Yuri's stuck up, Natsuki is bratty, and Sayori's annoying, and that's what makes them cute and fun and interesting, and that was just taken away. Like, Sayori wasn't allowed to be annoying to anyone, Monika wasn't allowed to be judgmental, Natsuki wasn't allowed to be as bratty, and Yuri wasn't allowed to be stuck up, especially in the self-love story. That one just felt like totally it erased everything about Natsuki and Yuri, and I was really disappointed. I feel like this was trying way too hard to be perfect, and to set what somebody else thinks is a good example of friendship, but it's not a good example of friendship. Your friends are always going to have flaws, and those flaws aren't going to be fixed by a single conversation. Now, I'm not saying that you should let your friends treat you like garbage. No, but, like, some people can be a little bit of a know-it-all, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't deserve to have friends. Or some people can be a little annoying, and that doesn't mean that they necessarily don't deserve to have friends. And, I don't know, I feel like this game didn't leave them any room to be themselves. It was trying so hard to be perfect and to teach you a lesson about being perfect and having the perfect friendships that it ate its own characters, I guess. Because hardly any of them felt real to me anymore, which is sad because I really enjoyed hanging out with them. But like I said, I really like my friends, I care a lot about them. The fact that we disagree, the fact that they have flaws, the fact that they have very different perspectives is important to me, it's why I like them. So to have the game just kind of mold them all into one big perfect, the same big perfect therapy doll, the epitome of perfect friendships, is just, I don't know, it all felt crappy. It felt like it wasn't really them, and especially the ending. It was just like, we're all the same people, and there's nothing wrong with any of us, we fixed all our problems, now we're flawless, no more issues, no more trouble, Natsuki doesn't act like herself anymore, Yuri doesn't act like herself anymore, Monika doesn't act like herself anymore, Sayori doesn't act like herself anymore, now we're perfect. Plus, it was really short. I feel like you should have given me more of an ending than that. But I don't know, I know there's people who will disagree with me because they really loved this version, and I did it at the start. I thought this is going to be even better than the original, but it really killed itself towards the end, you know? It just wasn't as good. I like it when a character has flaws, especially because these are fictional characters, they're not real people, these friendships aren't real, and it felt too much like a therapy session to me. It felt like they were trying way too hard to make all the characters perfect, and they didn't have enough room to actually be themselves. And it kind of irks me a little bit because, like I said, my friends all matter so much to me that I don't know, I'm really against that. You have to fix everything about yourself, change everything about your personality, you have to be a completely different person, and you have to be completely perfect in order to deserve friends. That's what it felt like it was telling me, and it doesn't hit, because I love my friends and they're not perfect. I have a friend who's a know-it-all. I have a friend who's annoying. I have a friend who's really judgmental. I have a friend who's kind of bratty, and that's okay. I love them anyway. They're good people. I care about sympathy and empathy and understanding more than, I don't know, it just felt like squashing out all of their flaws and who they were as a person so that they could check the boxes of what makes a perfect friend, and it wasn't authentic. I really wanted to see more of Yuri and Natsuki interacting in the first game, but this didn't feel like I got to see that, you know? It felt like I was seeing two different people interacting because it wasn't them. And at first I saw Natsuki and Monika interacting, but then not after a while, and it was just all like that. I think that's the problem that happens when you, I don't know, you want your characters to be better than real people actually are. I don't know, I'm not a writer, I'm just saying that what I think about it, because I'm not a writer, but my friends matter so much to me, and it felt like a disservice to the girls in the game, the characters and their friendships, and the nuances between those friendships. I don't think anybody watches TV or plays a video game with the idea that they want to see everything be perfect and everyone just be fine all the time. They might want a happy ending, but there's gotta be conflict, and with this, at first it was like there's cute stuff going on, there's a little bit of natural conflict, and then they resolve it. That's great, it's gratifying. But then in the end, especially by the time you got to self-love, it was like there was no conflict, or it was just happening in the background, and there was no character-driven conflict, or whatever. Stuff just happened, and the characters didn't really have anything to do with it. And so, it fizzled out for me. I liked the first one because I got to hang out with the girls, warts and all, and this one it was like, nah, you're sitting down, a therapist is talking to you, and it's way too perfect and happy and glitzy, and none of these characters are acting like their old selves because they're not allowed to have flaws. So, I don't know, that's my take on it. I normally don't, you saw last time, I normally don't get this into stories because I'm not a writer. I don't really care about media, that's not what I do, but I care a lot about my friends, and I really identified those characters with my friends because of the way that I played the first game, and so all of this just feels like kind of like a dig at my friends and our friendships, and it just feels wrong. I feel like I gotta say something about it because I care a lot about giving people the benefit of the doubt and the chance to be good, even if they do something you disagree with or act in a way that you disagree with. You can choose not to be around someone and still not think they're terrible people. But hey, let's take a look through all the fan art before we go, huh? Start with the classic. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, Monika, cute. I love these things. These are cute. I love these. These are adorable. Oh, and these pictures are super cute too. I think this one's honestly my favorite. Natsuki looks adorable in this picture. And then the poems, which I'm not going to read all the way through because that would take forever. You can pause the video if you want to see them. I'm still so mad that I don't have that last secret poem. As you can see when I go through the secret poems in a minute, I already have every one that's unlockable in the main game. And I promise I did get that pixelated Monika like 3 times, so I don't know what's going on there. This brings back memories. You know what they should have done for this game was give you one where you could actually spend some events with Monika. Because they all know that's what everybody wants. She's like the fan favorite. With good reason, she's great. I love her. And they should have gave you a chance to spend the weekend with Monika and Sayori. Just redo the whole game, but with Monika as an actual character that you can romance, and an actual ending. Make it a real dating sim. I know that wouldn't work as the first game, because the writer wanted to, the developer wanted to make it a game, like a horror game. Cool, that's great. I loved the first game. But, if you're gonna do a game anyway, like this one, where it all ends in a nice happy ending with different side stories, make one where you can romance all the girls, because I would love to actually play a dating sim with these characters. That's what I thought I was playing originally. Cute, cute, cute. Alright, as you can see, I've already got all of the secret poems. And there's the backgrounds. I know backgrounds take a lot to draw, but I don't really care about them that much, sorry. Cute. Hey, look, it's me. Oh, I love these. These are precious. The girls are so cute. I loved playing the games, both of them, because I got to spend time with the girls, and they're super cute, and they remind me of my friends, and I would definitely play a dating sim with these girls. For sure. Alright, looks like it's it. That's it. That's the end of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So, I'll probably see you guys again later. I know that my friend Chieko is going to be playing more Yandere Simulator for sure. She loves to play that game. And there'll probably be other things that I and my other friends appear in later on down the line. I will see you all later. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. Bye.